Course, we are not the owner of the market, and of course we are back down to what, 344 cents from, we lost about, let me show you guys what we lost today. We lost about $3, so 290 something cent, $2 and a few cents. That was what we actually lost in this trade. As you can see, this is the trade. It's normal. A -1 is pretty normal because we're experiencing a bias change. Now you might be thinking, oh, it's nothing special, just a loss, this, that. Oh, calm down. Yeah, it is just a loss because we're experiencing a bias change, and you guys know that this channel is strictly for educational purposes only. So that being said and done, let me show you guys how I'm going to tackle this bias analysis, this bias change, and all of that. Let's go. Keep watching and see how if we actually ended up losing this whole 344 cents, they just basically $4. Remember, we're starting from $1 and growing to $100,000. If we ended up losing this basically $4, or we were able to recoup and go higher. Let's see how it goes. Keep watching, ladies and gentlemen. After the loss on gold, I switched to silver. Right here, I've determined my bias, I've done all of that. So I'm actually going to full margin this account. Not enough money, I will reduce the leverage. There's one thing you should know about silver and gold. Now, in as much as their correlation percentage is like 70% of the time, they are correlated 70% of the time, the 30% of the time, they are not usually correlated. And that 30% is far more occurring than the 70% that they are usually correlated. Now, you might be saying that statement does not make sense. That is one thing you should know about gold and silver. So you won't say gold is selling, so therefore silver is selling, because they are not really correlated like that all the time. They have their own individual bias. Now, silver is actually very volatile, more volatile than gold, because of it is less traded. It has more liquidity in it, and it is less traded than gold. But anyways, the trade went well, as you can see right about now. We were in some pullbacks, but we'll go ahead. This is 200, 170, just say 200 pips. 200 pips at our best entry, and 223 pips now. So pretty good move. We've not made something really tangible in terms of the profit, but it was a pretty decent move. Very decent move. We still have to come back down all the way. We have to come back down all the way here. We have to come back down all the way down here. So that is it for that. And of which it did. So that is the move right there. Bringing our account, we've recovered the loss, bringing our account back to $6.30. $6.30. Now, because we were actually getting to the end of our trading session, I love to trade the New York overlap. This is just it. As I could not get, it's been like 3 days since I was trying to get an entry on the gold or silver. I could not get an entry, so I withdrew $5 from our initial portfolio. I withdrew $5. I will attach a withdrawal of the screenshots right here, and I funded my synthetic account because this is Friday and I definitely need to catch something, so that consistently I would have to keep publishing videos, and using the same exact strategy So I'll go ahead and it's a beautiful trade. That's a beautiful trade right there. I'll explain, it's the same thing. I'll explain the criteria of this trade right about now. So I'm outside of my house, but let me explain. Now, if you look right here in the daily candle to determine the bias right there, we've got a sweep to the top side. So that is the daily candle right there. So that is the sweep right there. After that sweep, of course, you needed to see some sort of POI and the 1 hour time frame, and when you look here, you see that POI in form of the breaker block. So the breaker block price actually retested the breaker block right there. So that is the retest of that breaker block, and then coming to the 5 minutes time frame, you needed to see change of character. So change of character, we entered the move entry here. So change of character is a break to the top side, a sweep to the top side, then a sweep to the downside, and that is our lovely change of character, of which was a beautiful trade, very beautiful trade. And then I exited. Now our TP is actually still very far off. Our TP is at the daily low, and or more like the week before the daily low, and I said 80%. So that is it, and I'm about stepping out. That is our take profit right there. That is our take profit right there. So as you can see, it's almost there for our take profit, and it might continue going down. It does none of our business. That was exactly how I caught this trade. Simple, using the same strategy over and over and over again. Now this $12, I'm actually going to move it back to join the 6, bringing our total portfolio to now what, $14 or $13 thereabout. Beautiful trade. Remember, we're going from $1 to $100,000, and we went in our part 1 from $1 to I think $3, $4, I don't remember, but now we've gone from that $4 to what, $13, of which we're now going to continue the video. So keep watching, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Azaka FX. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, so that if and when I post video, you will definitely see the notification of that video. But this is actually to tell you that what, our strategy works well in a synthetic account too. It does not really matter the trade that you are the market you are trading, so long as you know the criteria, you know what you're looking for, you've got bias, you've got POI, you've got change of character in the lower time frame, then you've got entry. The strategy would always come true for you. So as you can see, you see this Cora payment. This Cora payment is the $5 that I actually withdraw. This is 7,000 naira. I think this was the one from the deposit into what is it called, into my derivative account. So this was $5. I actually withdrew the $5 from our XNS account. Let me show you guys the withdrawal that I actually did today from that particular XNS account, being exact $5 that we funded to derivative, just to be able to catch that move, and so we can successfully post this video. So remember, it was $6.16. So this is the 116 cents that was left, and as you can see, this is the withdrawal right here. This is the withdrawal right here. It's $5 of which I withdrew, leaving the what, 16 cents right there. So it's a beautiful challenge thus far. It's a really beautiful challenge, and we've gotten to $13 now. So from $13 in our next video, we'll try and see if we can grow towards $50 and then $100 and then $1,000 and so on and so forth. See you all in the next video.